Hey guys, it's M4J here and welcome back to my Steamish career here on Football Manager 2018. It's the beginning of a brand new season. I've got some new players that I want to introduce you to, and most importantly we are about to play our first ever game in the Championship. So I won't show you pre-season or anything like that. We won pretty much all of our games, which is very good news indeed. And here is our lineup for the first game of the season. Just checking that the match plans are in, and they are fantastic. So in goal we still have Joe Fryer. Back four is the same as last season: Jones, Segura, Bellick and Mason. Midfield is Longstaff and Hyam, who seems to have improved since last season. I'm not sure how that's possible. The wingers, Samuel is injured, so in comes Stefan Payne for his debut, and Chris Willock, formerly of Arsenal. We actually signed him from Benfica, I think it was, for a couple of $100,000. In fact, let me show you exactly how much he cost. 160,000, so less than I thought. Hopefully he scores some goals for us. I think he might be our first choice left midfielder, to be honest. He's starting on the left hand side anyway, and then up front is Felivi and Feruz. On the bench we've got Vigouroux. I actually signed Lawrence Vigouroux from Swindon. Again, cost me a lot, 300,000. I think that rises to like 500,000 as well. So a lot of money. Still less than what Swindon paid for him though, so pretty happy with that. He only conceded 40 goals in 45 games last season. So if he can replicate that for us this season, he's not starting this game, but I feel like he will get a chance during the season. Again, sorry, just want to make sure that I'm not messing up the match plans here. Kenlock also starts on the bench, so does Noyle. Marshall will be making his debut from the bench, possibly. Kennedy on the bench. This guy here, Mike Fromm, he was one of the youth players who came through the graduates scheme last season. He's got very good potential, which is why he's on the bench. He probably won't come on as a sub, or they might do if we make subs in midfield. And then Joe Page, who I actually tried to sign last season on loan from Arsenal. He's joined us this season. Look at his finishing. He's got finishing of 17. He's incredibly good. He's going to be giving Feruz a run for his money. Couldn't get Menezes on loan. It turns out Chelsea actually want to keep him for first team purposes, so I'm expecting to see him make dozens of appearances for them. Otherwise I'd be very annoyed. Barnby also picked up a bit of a knock during pre-season, so I didn't want to risk him today. We've signed this guy as well, Louise, on loan. I'm trying to remember who he's on loan from. Oh yeah, VDG. I've forgotten what that stands for. But he's a really good midfielder as well. Look at these stats. And he's young. He's 19 years old. Look at all these stats. He looks like a really good, bright young player. Anybody else? I think that's it. Hancock, I believe, is about to go out on loan. So is Bjordal. Bjordal's already out on loan, actually. He's at Sheffield United. Ashton's gone out on loan to Bath. I think Hancock's going to Burton. So we've trimmed the squad down considerably, but we've also managed to improve it at the same time. So I'm quite happy with that. I think Phillips is about to go out on loan as well. We also signed this guy, Kyle Hawkins. I think it's Hawkins. Signed him on a free transfer anyway. His contract at Cardiff expired, so we've brought him in. He's mainly going to be a defensive cover option, but you know, plenty of options, which is really important, particularly when you're battling to avoid relegation, which I have a horrible feeling is what we're going to end up doing this season. So without further ado, let's get into the game, and we'll see how we do. As I say, we're playing Bristol City away today. We're in our home kit again for some strange reason, but it'll be nice to see the new boys make their debuts, and hopefully we can get off to a good start and get some points on the board from in the first game. That'd be a very nice way to hit the ground running. Again, it's a bit like the beginning of last season. I'm really happy with the business that I've done. We're still under wage budget. Transfer budget we've spent completely, but the fact that we're under wage budget is quite encouraging. Made a couple of changes to the backroom staff as well. A couple of new coaches and a couple of scouts, I think, was the other additions. But apart from that, it's basically the same as as how we started last season, without the bad results, I hope. Here's Payne with the cross into the middle. Hyam heads down to Longstaff, finds Willock. Oof, very nearly opening goal. Really pleased to have gotten Willock, actually. He looks like a very good young player. I feel like we got a bit of a bargain deal there. He's certainly nearly got off to a good start there. Right. That's the other thing, actually. We beat Swindon in one of the pre-season friendlies. We'd already signed Vigoro at that point. We beat them quite convincingly. So I think even if we have a bad season this season and end up going down, as annoying as it would be, I think we've got a very, very good chance of coming straight back up again. Which, you know, sometimes you have to do that. You have to yo-yo a little bit. If you look at Burnley a couple of years ago, they got promoted to the Premier League, had one season, went down, then they won the Championship, came back up, and they've stayed up. So I think, you know, if we end up struggling this season, I think getting relegated would be good, because it means we can go back down, rebuild, or, you know, reshape, win the league, or come second, at least get automatic promotion, and then come up and try and consolidate from there. Longstaff with a chance here to make something happen. Ball towards Felivi, cut out. Played down the line, intercepted well by Jones. Payne to Felivi, lays it off to Hyam, inside to Farouz, who was offside. Is this still on extended? Yeah, I'm going to switch it to key. Kind of want this game to go quite fast. It's very early in the morning. And I feel like I had to record this particular match. I'm not going to record the cup game afterwards. The Carabao Cup, regardless of whether we win it or not, I'm not going to record it. Just so I can play some games off camera, just relax and enjoy playing the game for a little bit. I think for this season, it'll be after this game, maybe come back around FA Cup time. Oh dear, that's not a good goal. Yeah, come back around FA Cup time, whether it's the first round or the third round, I haven't decided yet. Depends, I suppose, on how well we're doing in the league. If we're doing really badly, then first round, just so I can show you guys an update. If we're doing pretty well, then I'll leave it till the third round, if we get that far, of course. Otherwise, I'll just come back in at the start of January and show you guys how well we're doing. As I say, I think this season is probably going to be a difficult season, so I don't want to be showing every game, because it's going to be loss, 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 loss. Which, you know, no one wants to see that, let's be honest. Can always do like the beginning of an episode where I quickly show you some of the goals we've conceded. I've got no problem showing you the conceded goals. Just don't want it to constantly be losses. It gets a bit depressing at that point, you know. Alright, let's see if we can get back into this. So far not looking great. Have we switched tactics there? Apparently not. Oh, I know, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I think I said that before as well. I always think M4J3 is the two up front, and it's not. M4J1 is. So it was just changing the system, and then we've changed it back because the 10 minutes have elapsed. That's fine. I get it now. Yeah, talking about some of the players that are going out on loan. Bjordal was mostly done because I'm trying to remember who it is. I think it's Willock. Is on 10,000 a week. Which, I mean, he's an ex-Arsenal player. We've signed him from Benfica. I think that's a pretty good deal, 10,000 a week. I think there's a relegation wage drop as well. I hope there is, at least. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. But Bjordal ends up matching that because he's got match highest earner clause. And even though his contract's up at the end of the season, he doesn't want to talk about a new one. So I listed him for loan. Originally, I think it was loads of clubs came in and none of them were willing. Good goal from Farouz. None of them were willing to pay his wages. So I ended up offering him out for loan with an optional fee of 600,000 at the end, but they have to pay at least 50% of his wages, whether he plays or not. I didn't want to do the 100% if he doesn't play, because that will just put people off. And Sheffield United came in. I think they said at one point that Sheffield Wednesday were interested as well, but no bid ever came in from them. Sheffield United were the only team that bidded for him. so he ended up going out on loan there. So they're paying half his wages. So like 5,000 something pounds a week is getting paid for by them, which freed up my wage budget a little bit more. So you know, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'd have liked them to have paid the full amount, but you know, half is better than nothing. And with Hancock, well, actually Ashton was the next one that went out. Really, it was just so he can get some first team experience. Hopefully he plays for Bath. I imagine he should get some games. He looks like a good keeper, and they're a couple of leagues below us, so it makes sense. And then, let's say with Hancock, he never came to me and moaned about anything, even when I signed Payne and Page. But I thought I'd offer him out for loan anyway. Oh, he's lunged in there, hasn't he? It's going to be a red. Yep. Oh, Longstaff, you've ruined it for everyone. There goes the match plan as well, I think. So I'm going to have to move Hyam. It's really annoying. Yeah, so I offered Hancock for loan. Then he came to me and said he felt like he's being forced out. So I just said it's for his development. To continue his development as a player, you know, that kind of thing. And he said he was fine with that. And then Burton came in. I think they're paying 90% of his wages, which again is a pretty good deal. I mean, we're not under any urgency to get him off the wage bill now, but you know, they're offering to pay some of his wages. I'm not going to turn that down, am I? Plus, he should get game time. I need to check what league they're in actually, but he should be getting first team football, which is exactly what we want. Looks like Bellick's picked up an injury as well. There's a bug in the game I've found actually. When it came to loan expiry, Wakefield and McEachran, both their loans were supposed to expire at the end of last season, 30th of June. All the other players who were in on loan, I think because their contracts were up at their parent clubs as well, so they're all free agents now, or at least the majority of them are. I know De Silva is still, because I keep trying to sign him and he keeps turning me down. Apparently we can't meet his financial demands or something. You know, that nice BS that the game likes to throw at you. McEachran and Wakefield, their deals just never expired. It keeps coming up saying, oh, nice little cheeky finish there from Felivi. It keeps coming up saying that the loan will expire, and then that day arrives, and then it just jumps forward 2 days again and says it will expire then instead. So I don't want it to look like I'm cheating the game, if that makes sense. So both of them are currently in my under 18 squad. I've no intentions of playing them this season, because as far as I'm concerned, their loans have expired. They don't play for me anymore. But I kind of want to know why the game has decided to mess me about like that and not just end the loans, because I can't terminate them either for some reason. So I don't know, because I keep trying to renew McEachran's loan and he keeps rejecting it. And I tried to renew Wakefield's, and Birmingham said they wanted him to play in their first team. But that's not going to happen because he's still on loan with me. It just doesn't really make sense to me what's going on there. So it's all over my head. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know, because I'd very much like to know myself. Alright, 2-1 up at half time. I'm quite happy with that actually, especially when we're down to 10 men. Big defensive error from them for our second goal. But, you know, hopefully we can either defend what we've got or build on it. I'd like to build on it a bit more actually. That was a good ball from Payne down the side. Felivi just couldn't quite get on it. See, that's annoying because I was going to bring From on for his debut if we were winning with like 15 minutes to go. But can't really do that now because I don't want the 16-year-old debutant to be on his own in midfield. That doesn't sound very fair. Particularly if it all ends up going wrong, because he'll probably end up feeling responsible. Really annoyed with Longstaff. Such an unnecessary thing to do. It means Louise gets his debut in the next match, I suppose. I've been a lot more careful with loan signings as well now. So I think we've got 7 players in on loan in total. Maybe 6. If you don't count Wakefield and McEachran, as I say, they're in the under 18s, they won't be playing. Yeah, I think it's 6 we've got in on loan. So it's not quite the right amount just to have them all in the squad. But it's not loads and loads like last season. That was an unfortunate goal. I thought Fryer might have blocked it, but just went underneath him. But yeah, I think overall we got a very well-rounded squad. I'm quite happy with it. We got very good players in very good positions. And actually, I said a couple of episodes ago about the star rating normally drops when you get promoted. The majority of our players, it's actually gone up. Mason's half a star better than he was last season. Hyam's a whole star, I think, better than he was last season. Pretty much all of the back four actually are half a star better. So that's really encouraging. Fryer has stayed at 3-star as well, which is also encouraging. Oof, thought he was going to save it then. Thought he was going to score it then. Vigoro is actually rated better than Fryer. I think you saw that in the tactics screen before the match anyway. But I want to keep Fryer in goal for now because he has been part of both our promotion teams. So it kind of makes sense to be consistent in that respect. You know, if things go horribly wrong, then we'll consider changing it. But right now, no need to. I'm going to do a bit of a tactical switch. Oh, I'm definitely going to do a bit of a tactical switch now. Farouz, I'm going to move back. And for Levy, I'm going to move forward. You're going to play as a second striker. Shoot less often, roam, all that stuff. Tackle harder, mark tighter. You're already set up, which is good. Willock is doing fine. I think I'm going to bring... Actually, no, I'm going to bring Marshall on for Payne. Let's see how we do with that. I think it's damage limitations now, to be honest. Oh, how's he not scored that? Levy with a great chance. Mason with the ball forward, intercepted. He's won it back though. Ball over the top to Levy, who was offside. I think Levy's on loan from Watford, isn't he? So he should know Mason quite well. Maybe that was one of the sort of secret links that we had in our team last season. Was players knowing each other already. That does happen from time to time. It's not the strangest thing to have ever happened. Right, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I think I'm going to bring Mason off in a minute and bring on Kenlock, who's also improved by half a star since last season. I said there's plenty to be positive about. I mean, even this game, if it finishes 3-2, we still scored twice, and one of them was when we're down to 10 men. So there's positives there. For Levy just taking a bit too long on the ball there. Oh, that's a good challenge, but he's played it in straight into Brownhill. Oh dear. It's all gone a bit wrong. It's all gone a very bit wrong. It's quite frustrating. So it's Levy, took too long there. Bennett on the ball. Slight challenge there from Segura. Messed it up. I think that was Hyam that tried to win it back the second time. And it's just gone through to Brownhill. Oh dear. So we've dropped down to 21st. Bristol City are up in 2nd. Quite a gap between us. Right. Kenlock on. Mason's had a bit of a shocker today. What's the time? It's just gone 3:05 in the morning. It's one of the reasons why my voice is a bit hushed as well. I've really got to stop recording videos so late at night. It just happens to be when I find myself just about to play the big match that I told myself I'd make a video of. So I then kind of have to either stop and wait, which doesn't always happen because sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be waiting until the next day, Or I do what I'm doing now, which is record a video with a slightly hushed tone voice. Good save, Fry. Oh wow, it drops 22nd place now. It's even worse. Deary me. Corner comes in. Cleared well. Willock is going to try and get onto it. Just evaded him. Kind of want this game to end now. 4-2 isn't the worst result. 5-2 isn't as good though. Don't want it to be 5-2. Was that Hamid I saw then? Not Jesus Hamid, surely. He'd be far too old by now. Come on, game. Let's get to full time. 2 minutes added on. That's all we need. 4? Where do you get 4 from? Oh, dearie me. That's too many, ref. Oh, unless we can score. In which case, can we have 5 minutes? Kenlock with the ball in. No one at the back post. It's Segura on it now. Plays it to Marshall. Round to Kenlock, who's offside. Ah, very, very, very lazy play there. That's full time. Yeah, that was a good performance from Bristol City, to be fair. Apparently Fry was our worst player. I don't agree with that. One mistake leading to goal. I don't even know what that was either. I don't think he made a mistake, did he? It's a bit harsh. But yeah, okay, 4-2 defeat. It's not the end of the world, but as I said, I'd like to have started with getting some points on the board, but I do think this is going to be a difficult season. But yeah, not much left to say. I need to go to bed, so I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below with ideas for tactics, signings, and staff additions. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.